Okay, so I welcome everyone to today's session. It's gonna be a session where you're gonna learn a lot, and I can assure you, if you learn this skill, it has the potential to pay you for the rest of your life. So I want you to pay good attention as we go on with it. So welcome everyone to today's session. It's gonna be an awesome time. So like I said today, some of you were on my session, we couldn't catch a trade. Some people felt a bit disgruntled, but it's okay. What is most important is that once you learn, earning will follow. And so you need to know that once you learn, earning will follow, and take time to learn, and ultimately you will be able to earn on this platform. So for those who are new, I'm just going to take you stepwise on how we trade on this platform. The first thing we look at is the news. The first thing we look at is the news. So when you come on the session, you want to be sure that there is no news that can impact negatively your trading. You want to be sure that there is no news that can negatively impact your trading. And that's very, very important. So how do you go about that? You go on to forexfactory.com and you go and check the news. Now that we're speaking, by my time, West African time, it's 2:15 p.m. 2:15 p.m. There was news on USD at 2 p.m. There will be news on USD at 3:30 p.m. So we should be out of here before then. So please, let's take note of that. So there will be news at such a time. Now, once that is done, we can put that behind us. There isn't news at this time. We are looking at the market. So usually I will close that so that I don't have it crowded. Now, the next thing I want to see is what currency am I going to buy or sell? So I need to know what currency can I buy or sell? You know, it's a market. So in market, you're either buying or selling. So you need to know which one. And usually what we say is when you want to buy, we're talking of a bullish market in which you expect things to go up. When you want to buy, we're talking of a bullish market where you expect things to go up. And when you want to sell, we're talking of a bearish market when you expect downward movements. So for the sake of clarity, you talk of bullish when you expect upward movements, and you talk of bearish when you expect a downward movement. So you must keep that in mind. So based on the currency strengths, based on what you can see on the currency, Euro, USD, Euro has 1 bar, USD has 3 bars. So you'll be looking for downward movements, bearish movements, or sell. Then Euro, JPY, Euro has 1 bar, JPY has 5 bars. So you're also going to look at things going down, bearish, or a sell. So that is what you need to be familiar with. Now, having established that, what we now do is that we go on the hourglass. The hourglass is an app on the platform of iMastery Academy. So if you are here, you are not a student, you need to get onto the platform, get started, you know, pay the registration fee, and then be able to have access to this and so many other tools. So basically, we've already, looked at the currencies and we know which one is stronger and which is weaker. When the first currency is stronger than the second currency, you expect an upward movement, a bullish movement. When the second currency, or when the first currency is now weaker than the second, you expect a bearish or a downward movement. So let's go and see now on the hourglass what may be setting up. When currencies are close to each other, you don't want to give them attention. Now, AUD-USD, it shows 50-50. That means they are of equal strength. So you better avoid them. Let's see which other one is setting up. Another one with good strength apart is Euro-JPY. Euro-JPY. Good strength apart. And you are expecting a downward movement. At this point in time, it's already making the downward movements. So I want to see a very good one that I can use to, break down the double blessing strategy. So just hold on, let me check so that while I'm doing the teaching, you can follow effectively. So that you can follow effectively. Okay, so let me teach the strategy first. Maybe by that time, things will better set up. So the only modification we have to what we know here is that when you are thinking of a bullish movement in which you expect the market to move upwards, the base currency must be stronger than the quote currency. So the first must be stronger than the second. Let's go back there and see, is there anyone that meets that? As we speak, most of these currencies don't meet that. Rather, they don't meet that condition. So we don't have one typically like that. I can easily show you now. The next one is, you want to know the green arrow. Does it appear on the hourglass? Some of these things will soon be properly adjusted. So just let's go ahead. So this is the hourglass. You can see a red arrow. If we are looking for an upward movement, we are looking for a green arrow. So that's the second thing you are going to be looking out for. The third one is the strike price at the next support zone? What do we mean by support zone? Support zone are all these areas of green. You see all these areas of green? They are all support zones. The areas of red, they are areas of resistance. So when it comes to a support, you expect it to move up. When it gets to a resistance, you expect it to move down. So that is something else you're looking out for. That's the third on the checklist. Now, the area there is a little modification is with the stochastic and the RSI. Those are some indicators you look out for. When you are looking for an upward movement, you want it to be in the green area, and this is what I mean. This is what I mean. This is a green area. So you want this stochastic to come to a green area. So that's where you want the stochastic to be, the green area, if you are looking for an up movement. Now, for the RSI, what I'm going to teach to make it simple for you is also look for the RSI to get to the green area. So while stochastic is coming down to this green area, you also want the RSI to get to this green area. So if you have green on stochastic, green on RSI, that's good for an upward movement. I'll take it again. When you have green on stochastic, green on RSI is good for an upward movement. That's the simple way I'm gonna put it out, and you will see how simple that is. And you wanna take action in the market, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and on the hour. So in the next 7 minutes, it will be 30 minutes in the market. And we'll see if anything is setting up, and we go for it. So for a downward movement, what are you looking for? You want the first currency to be weaker than the second currency. So you come here, these are currency strength. The first is euro, JPY is the second. You see they are so far apart. So the first is weaker than the second. So that's very important. Now, that's the first thing you are looking out for. The next thing you're gonna look out for is, did the red arrow appear in cash trap? Or now we mean hourglass. So let's see on Euro JPY. Did the red arrow appear? So you are looking for a red arrow pointing down. That's the second thing you're looking for. The third one is the strike price. It should be at the next resistance. That is the red area. So this is a red area here. Let me mark it out. So that's a possible area of resistance. You can see it here. This is a red area here. I paint it red. So what you're looking out for is, did this market move to this red area? Let me blow it up a bit so that you can see it clearly. So that's what we want to know. Did this market get to this red area? The fourth thing we're looking at is stochastic and RSI around the red line. Now, the area of modification is here. You want this stochastic to get to the red area. You want this to get to the red area, and you want this one to also get to the red area. But if it doesn't get to the red area, make sure it's below the gray area. So you want stochastic to get to the red area and start moving down. RSI, you also want to get to the red area, but if it doesn't get, let it be below the gray area. If that is clear so far, put clear on the charts. If that is clear so far, put clear on the charts. I don't know if I can turn this and you still have, wow, it's not moving, sorry. So if it's clear so far, put clear on the charts. And then the final thing you want to see, the final one you want to see is to enter the market 30 minutes, 45 on the hour. 30 minutes is the next 4 minutes. So I want to see if anything is setting up in the next 4 minutes. So, okay, that's good. So far it's clear. So let's see if anything is setting up in the next 4 minutes. Yeah, I know you can't. For those of you on IG, that's why I posted the link so that you can join us on Zoom. So now let's quickly scan. You know, there are 5 pairs alike. AUD USD is one of them. So AUD USD, we are looking for an up movement. This has already come down. If this RSI was in this green area, this would have been a good setup. Although if you look at currency strength, you need to ignore AUD USD. So ignore it because of the currency strength on AUD USD. Euro JPY. Euro JPY is already in momentum. Euro USD also in momentum. Like I said, you have to be very patient, but if you are patient enough, I'm telling you, you can keep growing your account in a consistent manner. You can keep growing your account in a consistent manner. if you are patient enough. Now, USD, JPY, USD is there, but JPY is already crossing down. What I would have wanted is JPY around this red area. That's what I would have wanted, JPY around that area. So nothing is up at the moment. Just a minute, some people still want to get the pass onto the meeting. For those of you who are here, you could also, I'm talking of for those on the Zoom, you could also type it out so that people will see. Okay, so where are we? We are here now. And what you want is for this to be up at the red and also, oh yeah. Sorry. Okay. So what you want is for this to be in the red area, that's the stochastic, and RSI also in the red area. If you get a setup like that, let me tell you, go into it with full confidence. Today after the session, we couldn't really get much setup there. After that session, I just sat, followed this, and it was 10-0. It was 10-0. That was how it was. And I think for most of them, I just went into the trade and I went away. I didn't even need to stay and monitor the trade. So what I'm letting you know is that with this new double blessing 2.0, one, you need to ensure that the market is trending. Two, you need to be patient. And three, you need to ensure that you follow good risk management, because you can start winning and you get overconfident and you start doing things you should not do. So make sure that those three things are in place. One, the market is trending. Two, you are patient enough to make sure everything aligns. And three, good risk management, so that you are quite disciplined in your approach in the markets. Nobody owns the markets. Your own duty is to go into the markets, take out what you want, and go away. Don't sit in the market thinking you have monopoly of the market. No, the market is older than you, and it's been on even before you came. So make sure you have good risk management, trade with 1 to 3% of your equity, and you are going to be fine. So let's see as we wait. And if you have any question, put it out on the chat. Someone mentioned GBP USD. It's not my pair, but for the sake of explanation, I can use it to explain. GBP USD is for a down movement, and it's already down. So there is nothing you can do here. So I hope the person who mentioned that can appreciate that. So put your questions on the chat. I can take this time to answer the question while we are waiting for things to set up. And once you're patient enough, it sets up. For those who are new, you're going to do all of this on your broker platform. So you need to have a broker platform, which is like your bank, and that's where you take your trades. Our trades are usually 3 minutes, and I use fixed time off. 3 minutes, and I use fixed time off. Usually when we type in, we tell you 3 to 5 minutes, meaning that you can extend your time. What do I mean extend your time? I mean you can do a rollover. That's what I mean by extend your time. So if you put 3 minutes, it's not going your way. By the time it's about 2 minutes, you can extend the time But what I've seen is that most of the time, if you have a broker that is doing 5 minutes, you will see that you don't even need to extend the time, because once you wait for the setup, you will see how things will align very well. So somebody wants to know, what do you mean by a trending market? Can you see this USD JPY from here? Let me get my tools. Can you see this USD JPY from here? It's been coming down. This is a downtrend. Another way you can know if the market is trending is this middle Bollinger. Can you see it? This black one. If you see things below it, that means that's a downtrend. If you see more of them above, that's an uptrend. I hope that is clear. So let me take it again. Let me take it again. Okay, I'm taking it again. So you can see this is the upper Bollinger Band, the red one. This is the lower Bollinger Band, the green one, and the blue, the green, and the black is the middle Bollinger. So when things are below the black Bollinger Band, it shows that this market is trending downwards. When they are above, like here now, it's above the black Bollinger. At this point, you had some form of uptrend at this point. And at this point, that they are just around the black line, this is consolidation. So at this, let me draw it out again. Here, you have an uptrend. Here, you have consolidation. And here, you have a downtrend. So I hope that is quite clear for you to appreciate. Yeah, this morning we had to abort quite a number of activities. This morning we had to abort quite a number of activities because they didn't align well. And I'm telling you, if you are patient for it to align, most of your trades will be walk away trades. The only thing you need to get well is your entry, because now the market moves in a very dynamic way. So you need to get your entry. So most of the time for entry, what we are going to be telling you for entry, what we are going to be telling you is an area. So take, for example, assuming we are looking for a buy on USDJ, stochastic is at a point now. So stochastic is at a point, assuming we are looking for a buy on USDJ. But you can see RSI has crossed down. So that will make us focus on that. So let me see if there are a few questions. Entry, yeah. As far as the entry is concerned, we'll be talking of an area. So on talking on an area, it means that when it gets there, it's already a good area. So you may now have to know, do I want to enter at this point? Because what I have discovered is that most of the time, at the close of the candle, you have very good movements. Most of the time, I repeat, at the close of the candle, you have very good movements. So you may have to be patient for the candle to close. But in case you are not sure, then what you may do at times in good risk management is that you go in with 1% when it gets to the area. And if it gets to, the end of the candle, then you can go in with 3% of your risk. That is how you may, start doing until you are more familiar with the sharp entry. So let's see if anything will be setting up. I'm really interested in something setting up so that I can show us how these things work. So that I can show us how these things work. So that's why I'm checking. We still have about 7 minutes to the next candle. So we're gonna be checking. But like I said, another beautiful thing with this new strategy is that you can get 3 sets up within 10 minutes. You can get 3 sets up within 10 minutes. And you just see how rapidly you can finish your trading in a short while. But you need to be patient for it to set up. So that patience is what you have to cultivate. Can I see you put patience on the charts? Can I see you put patience on the charts? Let me be sure that you're getting my instruction. Can I see you put patience on the charts? Because you must be patient. If you are not patient, I'm sorry, you can't learn this strategy. If you are not patient, you cannot learn this strategy. But once you're patient, I'm telling you, you're gonna be going in and out with the bag, securing the bag daily. Securing the bag daily. Someone is telling me to check Euro USD. It's okay, let's see. Euro USD is for a down momentum. Means some of you have still not learned it. Can you see? Euro is showing you that it should go down. But USD has already crossed the gray area. Let's see what will happen to this trade. Let me take you to Euro USD. Watch what will happen to this trade. I hope you are watching. The new candle just came out. Let's observe what will happen to this trade on Euro USD because it did not follow the strategy. Like I did say, you have to get a red on stochastic and a red on RSI. If you don't get a red on RSI, make sure that if you are looking for a down movement, it is moving close to the red area. If you are looking for a down movement that is looking close to the red area. So I want us to observe what is happening to this candle so that you understand it. So can you see? Because what I told you is that when stochastic is in the red area, you want RSI to also be in the red area. Can you see the red area here? So RSI will be below the gray line, not above. So they will not synchronize. So what you're waiting is for RSI to be red area or below the gray and stochastic in the gray area. So those of you that are observing, let's see, if you entered this on when it was 00, once it gets to 2 minutes now, it means you have done 3 minutes on the clock. So, okay, in 1 more minute, you will have done 3 minutes. So what happened to this trade? These are the trades you'll be praying about. So these are the trades you are going to be praying about. Can you see? Can you see what's happening with this Euro USD? Because it does not meet the condition. You see the way it's moving in and out of this area. And eventually some of you will say, oh, they spiked me out, oh, this, oh, that. Is because the condition was not met. So make sure you follow the strategy. And if you're eventually clear on this, you know, you will have done a lot of prayer before this thing will eventually have gone your way. So I don't want you to start disturbing God because you didn't do your part. I hope that is clear. Can you see what happened on, can you see how it was moving? It's still moving up. So depending on when you entered, some of you may eventually be spiked out. So that is not the way this trade should be taken. So please take note of that. Let me see some other pairs just for the sake of explanation. Let me see if there is any other pair. We have about 1.5 minutes. Let me see if there is any other pair that can really show us what we are looking for. So I'm checking very quickly to see if any other pair can show us what we're looking for, so that it's very, very simple. Now on AUD USD, what we're just waiting for is for this stochastic to come down here. AUD USD, you're just waiting for stochastic to come to this green area, and it will be a good move on AUD USD. So AUD USD, let me see. You are waiting for it to come down to this 587 and below. So 587 and below. So if everything matches, AUD USD 587 and below. 3 to 5 minutes bullish move. So I hope you got that. When I mean close of the candle, I mean when the clock runs down to 00. That's the close of the candle. When the clock runs down to 00, this clock, the 5-minute candle, when it runs down to 00, that's what we're talking about. So let's see. Now, let's just observe on AUD USD. I've already shown you the area. The area I showed you is 587. So there are two areas there, 587 and 563. So depending on where it will push down to. So please take note on AUD USD. There are two areas. AUD USD, there are two areas. One area is 563. Another area is 587. So I'm going to guide you. Just be patient with me and let's see what is happening. It's moving down. Let's go see. So what you really want on AUD USD, even though this currency is flipping. Let me see. Okay. Let me look at what's happening on hourglass with AUD USD. AUD is just slightly stronger. Let me see if I can see something much stronger than what this is, because I don't want us to get in the middle of the ocean and then you have something flipping. And we have something flipping. So I don't want that to happen. So let me see if we can get something better than the AUD USD, because the currencies are a bit near. Because the currencies are a bit near. Okay, so let me see if there is any other currency now, just for the sake of us, seeing how the setup is and learning from it. So I'm just going to go through all the currencies, even those that are not my favorite pair, to see if anything will set up for us, and then we understand it. You can see AUD USD, this 51.46 is too close. It's too close for comfort. I don't want us to get in and then the currency flips. So that's why I'm not looking at that. That's why I'm not looking at that. So like I said, you're gonna be patient. But once you get a good setup, voila, you're gonna be in and out with the bag. Once you get a good setup, you're gonna be in and out with the bag once you get a good setup. For now, it's only that AUD USD. How I wish the currency were apart, because it's really, really, let me see the currency strength again. On AUD USD, can you see 50.46? $50.46. It's not okay. Even though this is coming here now, you can see that the RSI has already got into the gray area. Once you see RSI at the gray area, you shouldn't bother about it, because it's showing you that there is already a downward momentum and this thing can start going down. So let's see what will happen. Just observe. The beauty of it is that once you learn it, you can go and do it on your own. And then you send your results. I'm sure you'll be very excited with what you see with your results. So in 33 seconds, this thing is already down here. I would expect it may push down. I would expect it may push down. So let's just observe while we are checking on that AUD USD. For those on Telegram that can't join us on Zoom, all you need to do is just be on your hourglass and see the movement that is taking place. So, like I said, I want you to ignore AUD USD. Please, I hope you are hearing me. Ignore AUD USD because they are close together. And then you see this one has gotten to the gray area. Somebody was talking of AUD. Is it NZD now or something? For the sake of demonstration, I'm willing to look at NZD JPY. Wow. That's one of those pairs I'm sure I've never looked at before, but it's okay. NZD JPY. Anything you want, call it. I will check it. It's not here. NZD JPY is not here. It's only NZD USD we have. So as you can see what is happening now on AUD USD, and those are trades that will just make you to start praying. One, the currencies are close to each other, and two, because it got to this gray area, I told you just ignore it. You can see what is happening now. If you entered even at that 563 area, you can see what is happening. Can you appreciate what is happening on AUD USD? If you do, put a yes on the chart. You can appreciate what is happening on AUD USD. Put a yes on the chart. Because as an educator, my job is to guide you. My job is to guide you. You can appreciate it. Put a yes on the chart. So anytime you want to go into a trade and you see that at the gray area, please be very cautious. What I would have preferred is if it's in this green area, you know, stochastic got to green. If RSI is around this green or close to the green, voila, I would have really, really loved that action. But with this that is doing, no. That is not to be contemplated. So put your questions there. Let me scout once again. You see something that is well set up. I'll show you how you should take it and what you should do. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I hope you're getting some value on this session. You see AUD, USD, see how close they are now. AUD is weaker than USD. So once you see the currencies being close, please just take your mind off it. You don't want to, it's better your money is in your hand than it's with the broker. Very important. Better you have your money in your hand than with the broker. So don't fail to secure your money rather than handing it over to the broker. So you see, I'm scanning, I'm taking my time, looking at it. What you can do if you're trading on your own, if nothing is setting up, you can leave the markets and then you come back later. So since our good times are every 15 minutes, except the 15-minute time. So what do I mean by that? Every 15 minutes except the 15 minutes time. I mean on 30 minutes, on 45 minutes, on the hour. So you can go away and then you come back when those time is near. So you can see what's happening on AUD USD. You will have rolled over, rolled over, rolled on the floor. You yourself will have rolled on the floor. And then the brokers will be smiling. So please, the new hourglass is very good, but you need to monitor the trend, try and follow the trend, be patient, and have good risk management. You do those three things, I'm telling you, you will be fine. You will be fine. So if you have any questions, put them. We're waiting now. If anything comes on the hour, and we'll just snipe that. If anything comes on the hour, so you may come on a session, nothing is setting up, but once you learn this on your own, you can go and take it, and you'll be very surprised at what happens, because this strategy is really, really something that can help you to be a consistent winner. It can help you to be a consistent winner. If you would like to be a consistent winner, put consistent winner on that chart. You want to be a consistent winner, put consistent winner on that chart. You don't want your account to be going up and down, up and down. You want your account to consistently be bullish. You want your account to consistently be bullish. Put consistent winner on the chart. You want your account to be consistently bullish. Moving up, moving up, moving up. Every week you are withdrawing. Every week you are withdrawing. And you are able to pay your subscription without any issue. You know, you want that to happen, put consistent winner on the charts. Put consistent winner on the charts. You want that to happen, put consistent winner on the charts. Let me see your affirmation. Put consistent winner on that chart. Everybody, put consistent winner on that chart. Let that be your affirmation. You learn this double blessing strategy 2.0. I'm telling you, it's game over. Just make sure everything aligns. Take it in and out, man. In and out with the bag. Awesome, awesome. So we have about 4 minutes to the end of this candle. And we're getting close to rounding up. So let's see if anything will set up. Both pairs that I like looking at and pairs I don't like looking at. You can see how I'm scanning everything for you, so that if we see anything set up, we'll just snipe it. We'll just snipe it. The market is very scared. Very scared. He's seeing that some things may be happening. Okay, good. Euro CHF. Euro CHF. Let's look at it. Euro CHF. Look at that Euro CHF. I see something set up there. Can you see that this is going to the red area and this remains at the red area? So let's see on Euro CHF. I hope I even have it on my broker, because that's not something I've ever taken. Oh, my broker decided to behave funny. Okay, Euro CHF. Just waiting for this to move a bit more. We have 2 minutes to the end of this candle. Euro CHF. Let's look at the 200 area. Euro CHF, look at the 200 area for a bearish move. I hope you are hearing me. Euro CHF, look at the 200 area for a bearish move. Let's see. All we are waiting for is, can this move up to this area in the next 1.5 minutes? If it does, then we can look for a downward movement. If it does, we can look for a downward movement. That's a good setup, but will it move there? Let's see. We're just waiting for stochastic to get to the red area. RSI is in a good area. So all we are waiting for is, can stochastic move up a bit more to this area? And that may be a good place. It's pushing up. Can stochastic move up a bit? In fact, so it may even be at the break of the candle activity. Let's see. But I want it to get to this red area. It may be a break of the candle activity. So what I mean is that if I tell you at the break of the candle, just look at the timer. If it's 00, but I want to make sure it gets to this red area. If it doesn't get to this red area, the strategy is not complete. So we are going to wait. Maybe we'll wait another 5 minutes and see if it will get there. So don't go in, just be patient. Let's see what will happen. All you want with this kind of setup is for stochastic to get up here. RSI is also at the red. So you want stochastic to get to the red. I'm telling you, that would be a very good setup. And you see, it's already taking its retreats. It's already taking its retreats. What happened is that we didn't focus on it earlier. Can you see? It got to the 193 area. Can you appreciate that here? It got to the 192 area. So we weren't looking earlier, but I hope you appreciated that movement. I hope you appreciated that movement. Look at it. It got here, 192 area. And see the way it's tanking. But we didn't look at that currency because it's not my usual currency. So I'm sure this will have probably touched on near it. I don't know. So that's how those movements occur. That's how those movements occur. If you saw that bearish movement, put bear on the chart. Put bearish on that chart. You saw that bearish movement. Put bearish on that chart. Let me be sure you are following me. Put bearish on that chart. Let me be sure you are following me. So you see how classically those movements are. So you see how classical those movements are. Very classical. I'm telling you, you will love. Yeah, that's the bear emoji. I love that. I love that. So now let's see if there is any other one. I mean, that was a classical one. Boom. If we had looked at it earlier, I'm telling you, those are ideas I won't hesitate. I will not hesitate at all because everything aligns. Those are 5 points trades. Everything aligned. So let's see if there is any other thing. You know, it aligned on timing. It was on the hour. And everything on the strategy aligned. And you saw that movement. Phew! It just went away. So I hope the explanation is very clear now. And you can, you know, based on this, on your own, go and start taking action. And I would really love you to take those actions and send your results because this is a game changer. This is a game changer. If you agree with me that this is a game changer, put game changer on the charts. You are excited that this is a game changer. Put game changer on that chart. Put game changer on that chart. You are excited. You saw that movement just right away. Even on a currency I don't normally look at. But because I saw the setup was just there. You think this is a game changer, put game changer on that chart. If you are convinced that this is a game changer, put game changer. You are convinced with this, you're going to be able to get consistent growth if you follow the strategy, you are patient, and you have good risk management. Put it on the charts. Put it on the chart. Let me be sure that you're really following and you are fired up. I'm so fired up because after my session today, I did 10 and 0. 10 and 0. That was what I did after my session. Doing exactly what I'm showing you now. Doing exactly what I'm showing you now. It's a game changer, I'm telling you. It's a game changer. So you just have to be patient and follow the instructions. Be patient, follow the instructions. Don't over leverage because, like you know, even the best of strategy can still give you 9/10. So don't over leverage. And most of the time, if you've done a rollover, by that I mean you've extended the time. Most times you don't need more than one. If you've done one, it's not going, forget it. I repeat, you've done one, it's not going, forget it. That thing is not aligned. If it aligns, what will happen is that, assuming you entered earlier, maybe like that that idea I told you now, assuming stochastic got to a good area, maybe at 180, and you entered at 180, then at 200, it now got to the time and started reversing. In such a case, you may just need to extend once, and that's all. You may just need to extend once, and that's all. So it's very, very important. It's very, very important. So those are the things I wanted to show us. If you've had value, can you put value on the charts? If you've had value, can you put value on the charts? I'll be putting it on my Zoom link later in the day, so you can check for it on my Zoom and on my you can check for it on my YouTube handle. This is my YouTube handle. For those of you who are here, that's my name. So you can go and subscribe on my YouTube. This is my name on YouTube. You can go and subscribe on my YouTube. That's my name on YouTube. Later in the day, it will be uploaded so that you can watch it again. And I'm sure when you practice them on your own, you will see the difference in your trading. Please feel free to let me know what's happening. I really want you to practice it. Tomorrow, Thursday, practice on your demo Friday. By Monday, we are flying. We are flying. So you've had value. Show some love on the charts. Show some love on the charts. Show some love on the charts. You've had value given to you. Show some love. Somebody said I should check UJ. Let's see, in case the person has been able to get the instruction. Someone said I should check UJ. This is UJ. On UJ, what I will want is for stochastic to get to the red area. So what I want is for stochastic to get to the red area. So let's go and see UJ, what may be a possible area on UJ. What I just do simply is to look at the previous floor. This is a previous floor. So I look at a previous floor. So that's a possibility. This is another previous floor. So 315, 347. So whichever one gets to the point where the strategy aligns, then that can be your entry. So what you are waiting for is USD JPY to push up to this red area. It pushes up to this red area. RSI is at this red area. JPY is stronger than USD, so you are looking for a downward movement or downward momentum So that can be a good one. So I'm going to give you that as an assignment. You can post to me. So USD JPY, look at the 347 area. If everything aligns, you can take it, set your alarm, you can take it, and you let me know what happens. In game, stop having problem. Once you keep telling yourself you have problems, you will keep having problems. So avoid using some of those words. Just tell me what you want to know, and then I'll guide you. So look at USD JPY, 3 to 5 minutes, bearish movements, at 347 area, 347 area. And I don't know if the other area, I don't know, that 315, I don't want to type it out, but if everything aligns, 315 may be another area. So what's happening? No, it's not going to happen at 315. It's not going to happen at 3. Well, let's see. If it gets to this red area, you are good. If it gets to that red area, you are good. So wait for the next candle. Wait for the next candle. Let's see if the next candle will push it up to the 347 area. So USD JPY, you are looking for 347 bearish movements. Bearish movements, 3 to 5 minutes. Make sure everything aligns. 3 to 5 minutes. So you're just waiting. Let's see if this will push up. Now, another thing I do now is that I want to take the trades close to the end of the candle as much as possible. Because I've seen that if you go in very early and maybe you go in, you still have about 3 minutes. Then before the candle ends at 3 minutes, it may go back and you say you are spiked out. So I usually want to be patient. So you're just waiting for this to go up. You are waiting for it to go up. You see RSI remains at this red area and you have about 3 minutes to go. Let's see if it will do that. We got to this 320 area and it's taking a retreat. It's taking a retreat. Okay. It's taking a retreat. Keep your eyes on it. Keep your eyes on it. It's moving again. It's moving again. Keep your eyes on it. So let's see. Let's see it move. It's pushing up. We have about less than 3 minutes to the end of that candle. I just want to see if it will push up. If it doesn't do it now, we're gonna leave it alone because I just remember there is news by 3:30. So I remember there is news at 3:30. So if it doesn't happen on this candle, we're just gonna leave it out because there is news on USD by 3:30. But let's see, we have about 2 minutes. Let's just see if this can push up. If it pushes up and this remains around this red area, you are good to go. You are good to go. And if it gets here at the close of the candle, you are free. If you get here, everything aligns at the close of that candle, you are free. So let's see if you can push up for us. Come on. USD, we've been waiting. Come on, don't do that. Push up now, man. Push up. USD. Let's see if it will do that for us. We have about 1.5 minutes. Get your trigger finger ready because it may just go up, give you a spike, and move. So make sure your trigger finger is ready and you are monitoring what's happening. Come on, come on. He's afraid. He's afraid. Keep your eyes on the ball. 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 We have about 1 minute to go. He's just dancing. He's just dancing. Keep your eyes on the ball. We have about 1 minute to go. We have about 1 minute to go. So what I will have wanted is for this to come up here. Stochastic get to the red. RSI is at the red. USD is weaker than JPY. You have it get into an area of resistance. You have a red arrow. That would be a 4-point trade, but it's not taking the baits. So we retreat. Yeah, so I'm gonna say it's been a wonderful time. I hope you've had value added to you. Show some love as we round up this session. Show some love as we round up this session. So I hope you've been able to learn a lot on this session. You have any question, put it out on the chats. You have any question, put it out on the chats.